It's a very challenging and hard cross-country track. I did one episode on my full suspension and one episode on my eMTB, and in this video I'm gonna compare which bike is actually the fastest on this course. For the cross-country loop I use my American Eagle Flow, a real full suspension cross-country bike, just below 10 kilograms with a 34-tooth chainring in the front and a 12-speed rear derailleur, using the Magura brakes, a real fast cross-country bike which I gonna attack this KOM on the course with. Then if we look at the eMTB I'm riding with, it's the American Eagle E-agle with the M500 engine from Bafang. It's a 95 Nm of torque engine and I'm using a 600 watt-hour Bafang battery. This with a 150 mm front and rear shock, DT Swiss wheels. Also here I used a 34-tooth front chainring and the 12-speed rear derailleur. This time with the Magura MT7 brakes with 4 pistons, so you have a lot of braking power. Also very nice and fast bike, a little bit more cross-country orientated eMTB. For now, just enjoy the differences between eMTB and full suspension in a full throttle round against MTB track Kwintelooijen. Was exciting. I do think the e-bike was fast, that's for sure, but I'm curious how much faster the e-bike will be. But it's pouring rain, shitty weather, so you do get my analysis at home. We're just gonna put on a jacket, getting warm again, and then I check in with you later. Thanks. I took a warm shower, made myself a coffee, and I'm ready to analyze the data of today's test. I have training peaks in front of me with the data from the cross country and the eMTB interval we did this morning. And of course the first question you all have is which bike was the fastest? Well, it was not a really surprise for me, but the data shows some interesting stuff. So let's dig into that now. First thing, of course, the fastest bike was the eMTB. With a time of 7 minutes and 34 seconds, it was over a minute faster than the cross-country bike. The cross-country bike did it in 8 minutes and 41 seconds. So it's a gap of 1 minute and 7 seconds, which makes it a speed difference of 17.2 average on the cross-country bike compared to 20.5 average on the eMTB. So that's actually quite a lot faster. But now the real interesting thing is coming, and I did race or did do the test with my heart rate belt on, and in the cross-country race or the cross-country interval where I had to push really hard, I did an average heart rate of 171 and a maximum of 178. It's not the highest numbers I can produce, but it was a good effort. If you compare those numbers with the eMTB numbers, once again, I did 171 average on the cross-country bike, and I did 168 average on the eMTB, which shows that it was physically as hard on the MTB and the eMTB, but the speed was a lot higher. So that means at least one thing, that your technical skills need to be on point if you push the eMTB really hard. Because the speed is higher, the corners are coming faster towards you, the obstacles are coming faster towards you, and you need to get that speed, or you need to continue that speed on the track. And if the skills aren't there, you will have a problem. So I think that are two really interesting points of today, that the eMTB was faster over a minute, but that it was physically almost the same impact. But that is, I do think, also because a little bit of the course that the eMTB is faster, because there were a lot of climbs in this test track we did. So I'm also curious how the difference will be between eMTB and cross-country when we are on a more flat course, like we have a lot here in Holland. I do think the cross-country bike can be faster, or at least come closer to the eMTB bike. But that video, I have to make somewhere in the future. So if you are interested in those videos as well, and you have not subscribed yet to the channel, just hit the subscription button, would be cool. Did you like the video? Give me a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments your thoughts about eMTB and about the conclusions and analysis we did make today. Thanks for watching, and I see you at another video. Are you still there? If so, that's great, because I do have some extra content for you. I did make 4 sections to compare the cross-country with the eMTB bike. This is the first section we're gonna make. On the left side you do see the cross-country bike, on the right side the eMTB, and I did put some information on the screen as well, speed and heart rate. Also my power from the power meter on the cross-country bike you see. And this is the first section. It's the flat part where you can see that right now the cross-country bike is 2 seconds faster than the eMTB. But now we go into the second section, which is quite a long climb, a 1-minute climb. Also now the time is running again from the start point where I crossed the gate, and now you will see that the eMTB is quite a lot faster, and that's mostly because I do have the extra power on the eMTB to put me on onto that small hill we have here in Holland. In the end you will see that the eMTB is about, I do think, 14 seconds faster, but that clip will be seen soon. The real interesting thing here is that because the speed in the uphill is faster, you actually need to be technical quite good to handle that bike up those tricky corners uphill, which is a nice thing. It also gives a great feeling when you push hard and you gain so much speed up the climbs, especially if you're not used to that on the cross-country bike. As you can see, I did it in 1 minute, and on the eMTB it was 46 seconds. So we can make the conclusion that especially in the uphills I gain a lot of seconds on the eMTB. This is the third section. It's a sharp switchback, no, not a switchback, but some sharp corners coming up closely to each other. And here you do see there's not a real big difference. The cross-country bike is a little bit slower, but just like half a second or something. Also because the time difference you cannot see on the screen. Well, it's nice. What you did see is that the eMTB pushed a little bit harder out of that sharp corner halfway. And here I do have a fourth and the last section for you guys. It's a little longer downhill, and here you see actually that it's so fascinating that both bikes are quite the same in speed. It's just in between like 0.2 second time difference. This shows us that in the downhills both bikes are equal fast. If you watch the first section, the e-bike was a bit slower. This because it's harder to get that bike over the 25 km speed limit it's on. But in the uphill, the eMTB was the fastest. This because you do get that extra power from the motor. I hope you enjoyed my conclusions and this analysis, and I see you at one of my other episodes. Ciao, ciao, ciao.